Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, this is going to be a tutorial slash get ready with me, and it is going to be me getting ready for my bridal shower. So the wedding is in 3 weeks. I will be vlogging the bridal shower for Wednesday's Wedding Wednesday video. But I have half of my face done and the other half of my face is not done. All I have done on this side of my face is I have primed it. Obviously I did my moisturizer and stuff. I primed it using the Benefit PoreFessional primer, and then I did prime my eyes using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. So the eyeshadows I'm using today are all Makeup Geek, and I did do my eyes before I did my foundation because honestly I just didn't know what I wanted to do for the eyes, and I like to do my eyeshadow first if I'm not really sure, because then it helps me know what to do on the rest of my face, like what blush I want to wear, because I never really know what I'm going to do with my makeup until I've started it, and then I'm like, oh, I wore a lot of blush for that bold eye, or oh, that lipstick's a little bright for this bold eye, or whatever. So anyway, if you want to see how to get this look from this side of my face over here, then keep watching. First, I'm using a small tapered blending brush. This is just a real blendy brush. This one happens to be by Jessup, which I got on eBay, but it doesn't have to be any old blending brush. I don't know what this line is behind me. I think it's from the window, so ignore it, please. Now I'm using Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie, which is a peachy colored eyeshadow. That's the eyeshadow you see on the lid where it's kind of bare, and that's also the eyeshadow peeking through up at the top. So I'm actually taking Peach Smoothie all the way from lid almost to brow, like kind of stopping like right here. And as you'll see, it's not like it's anything dramatic. Okay, so the second brush I'm taking is the e.l.f. crease brush. It is just another brush similar to the one I just used, just a little bit smaller. Now I'm taking Makeup Geek's Creme Brule. You guys know I love to take this color too. And Creme Brule I'm taking just a little bit lower than Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. And I'm just sweeping it back and forth in the crease. Then I take a little bit more of Creme Brule, and I'm just kind of adding that to like halfway over on the lid towards the outer eye. Okay, then I went in with the exact same e.l.f. brush, but just this is a different one. It's clean, but it's the same style of brush. And I put on it a little bit of Cocoa Bear, Bitten, which are right here, this warm brown, and then the burgundy. And those are the colors you see kind of smoked out on the outer eye. So I mixed a little bit of each of those, and I'm just applying them in a downward motion, really lightly, on the outer part of the eye. And I actually take them just above the crease because I want them to show when my eye is open. So I had to take them just a little bit above the crease so they don't kind of get swallowed by the brow bone. And then where I want a little bit more accentuation, I go in with Makeup Geek's Mocha, which is the deepest brown shade here. And on that, I use the e.l.f. blending brush. This is just a regular blending brush, but I don't use it for blending. I literally just plop it down, like stamp it down here in the outer V, that darker color. And that's it. And then I just kind of, enough is enough with that dark brown. I don't want to like smoke it out too much. Then I go in with a pencil brush. This one is, I think it's by Creme, and the color Rapunzel from Makeup Geek, which is up here. It's like a shimmery goldish white color. And that I just place right under the brow. And then I also put a little bit here in the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to have to probably retouch up this part because when I do my concealer I go right up under the eye, but not bad. I just know the plan, right? Okay, so then I went in kind of in the exact same order of the brushes I just used. So I go back in with the original brush, with Peach Smoothie, and I start to blend the upper edge of the shadows. And then I switch brushes to the second brush I used for Creme Brulee. And I use Creme Brulee to blend out the even deeper shades. Then I go back in with the brush that I used for the more warmer reddish brownish shades. Touch that up. Then I go back to Creme Brulee and Peach Smoothie and all that good stuff. So now I'm putting a little bit more of Peach Smoothie on the brush and I'm applying it to the lid to brighten up the lid area that may have gotten deepened on accident. Okay, so that's the gist for the eye look. I'm going to do more and more blending until I like the outcome. Okay, so now I'm going to apply some black liner. This is the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper. It's not the tattoo liner, it's the ink liner. I've been finding the ink liners are just a little better for me personally. They're easier to apply and they're more black. The black is more black, so that's why I like it. But if you'll notice, there's something different about the way I did this liner. The shape is the same pretty much as I usually do, but the difference is I took a smudgy brush on top of the black liner and I used the like burgundy shades to kind of give it a more warm look. Because I found the black a little bit too harsh. So as you can see, the black is just a little bit harsh for daytime. I was feeling like, ooh, that's a little much. So I took the e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush, and this is just like a flat-edged skinny brush. And I tapped that into Cocoa Bear and Bitten again, these two warm colors. And I actually just like kind of, I didn't blend out the liner. I just like put them on top. And then I let the burgundy colors like extend slightly above the liner. So they do show. And that just softened it. Just a little, just enough for me to feel like it was appropriate for daytime. And then if you need to, if you feel like you went a little overboard, you can take the original brush in with Peach Smoothie and just kind of like brighten up the lid or buff it out or whatever you need to do. So that's the gist for the eye look. Now let's go ahead and get started on the face. After I applied the Benefit PoreFessional primer, I used the under eye stuff because it is apparent that I am a bride that is not getting a lot of sleep lately. So now I'm using my Bobbi Brown Corrector in Peach, and this is just like a creamy concealer. I just use my finger and apply a little bit of that peach color right on where the deepest color, the deepest like under eye areas. For foundation today, I'm using a foundation concoction as usual. So I have two Estee Lauder Double Wear foundations here. I have Estee Lauder Double Wear in 2W2 Rattan and 2C1 Pure Beige. 2W2 is just a little bit too yellow and 2C1 is a little bit too pink. Mixing them together, I get a little bit more of a neutral tone. And then I add in a Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Hydrating Foundation. This is in 2.2. This is deepening the foundation quite a bit. It's a lot darker than the other two foundations. And then I add in Cover FX Custom Infusion Drops. These are the hydrating drops. And I just have a little deluxe sample here in a baggie from Sephora. But when I wear Estee Lauder Double Wear, it's just a little bit dry for my dry skin. So I add a little bit of these drops, which adds just one drop is enough to add a luminous-ish luminous finish. I mean, this side of my face that's done, I don't know if you can tell, but it just looks natural, like skin. It doesn't look dry when I wear just the Double Wear. That's kind of the effect that I get. So that is why I do what I do. So I'm just adding one pump of each onto my hand. Yes, it's going to be too much foundation because I am only doing one half of my face, but for a special occasion, I don't mind using too much foundation and having a little bit of waste. I'd rather have the color match perfect and the finish perfect. That is just my personal opinion. You could totally probably accomplish the same exact look that I am going to right now using one foundation if you find the right one for your skin. Just taking my finger and swirling it around once I put the drop of the oil in there. And it kind of makes the foundation just a little bit runnier. Runnier? Yes, that's a word. And I did do half, so I'm going to kind of catch it right at the halfway line. And then I'm going to blend in my foundation. Make sure I take it down my neck. I'm going to do my brows. Today I'm just using the NYX brow mascara. This is in the shade Brunette. And I really like the natural finish it gives me. I mean, for me, I have enough brow hairs so that when I start applying it, so this brow's done, this one isn't, that when I apply it, it just gives me a really natural but polished look. And that's exactly what I'm going for. I don't know if you can tell the difference already. I'm touching up the brow bone shade a little bit. Alright, so for the concealer today, I'm using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This is in the shade Light. And honestly, I don't really like it that much. I'm trying it. This is like my third time wearing it, and I felt like I had to use 2 coats to get decent coverage. I wasn't really impressed with that, but I always like to give, you know, products a good chance before I return them, so I'm just pressing it into my skin with my ring finger. On my nails today, I have the Sally Hansen Complete Salon Manicure. This is in Kuka Mango. It's like a hot orangey, I guess mango color, but to me it looks reddish orange. Very cool color. I love it. My under eyes are a lot better, but I can do even better. Today I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder on my Beauty Blender. So I just pour a little bit of the loose powder into the cap, and then I actually use my dry Beauty Blender for this. I mean, you could use it wet, but I'm lazy and it works without it being wet. So I just put a bunch on my Beauty Blender and I just tap it under there to set that concealer so it doesn't crease. But it also is a double effect of brightening the under eye. Do you see immediately like my under eyes look like woo? Okay, so I take what's left on the Beauty Blender. I'm not using any additional product. And I'm just kind of like taking that down the center of the face as a brightening effect, since, you know, it does help. And then I take a little bit on the below where I'm going to put my contour in a minute, and that helps the contour just pop. It makes that stripe right here just look really crisp. And then once I don't have any more product on the foundation on the sponge, I just kind of like tap it out under the eye, and that picks up the excess. Okay, so now I have my powder on. I'm going to go ahead and use my Benefit Hoola Bronzer as my contour shade and bronzer because I love it. This is just my favorite product I own probably. Like, this isn't even my first Hoola bronzer, and I have another one in the drawer like as a backup. So today I'm using the Jessup Tapered Highlighting Brush. This reminds me a lot of the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. I'm just kind of carving out right at the top of the ear, mostly, and then to the outer eye, basically, like from right here. But I don't want to take it all the way into the mouth because that gives you that, like, 5 o'clock shadow bearded look. And then I just take the brush when I don't think I have any additional product on it and just kind of swirl it around where the blush is going to go, because I don't want it to look like, boom, that was my contour. I just want it to look warmed there. And now I'm just pulling back my hair so I can get my hairline, and using the same product, same brush. This shade is like cool enough, warm enough. I think it doubles as a contour and a bronzer. And you can tell me otherwise, but I don't care. It's like my favorite. So I know people are like, you can't use the same product for bronzing and contouring. Oh yeah, watch me. So I'm just taking that same brush and tapping it down the side of the nose, which gave my nose a little bit of a slenderized effect. And then right at the tip of the nose to make it look a little bit shorter, right underneath the lower lip. And then I'm taking just a bit underneath the chin. For blush and highlight today, I'm using this IT Cosmetics Live Love Laugh Vitality Face Disc with drops of light technology. Basically, it has a bronzer, blush, and highlight in here. I'm using the blush and the highlight. For my blush, I'm just using a generic blush brush. And this blush is super duper pigmented. So I always like brush off some of the excess on my hand before I even like apply it to my face, because you may think you don't have much on that brush, but let me tell you, I've learned from experience. That's the blush. I think it's really pretty. It's like a natural peachy pink. Then I'm using a generic fan brush with the highlighter in this palette. And I'm going to apply that to the tops of the cheekbones. And I'm also like taking it up by the tail of the brow. Almost like in a C. Like whoop, right there. And then I'm using my finger and I'm just dotting it there on the tip of the nose and at the Cupid's bow. I'm just tapping a little bit anywhere that I might want a tiny bit of shimmer. I don't really have anything left on my fingers, but might as well use it if I can. And then on the lips, I'm using the Bite Beauty Luminous Cream Lipstick. This is in the shade Shiraz, S-H-I-R-A-Z. And it's kind of a different take for this look. I almost wanted to go with something kind of peachy pink due to the warmth on the eyes and the cheeks. But I don't know. I decided for fall. It was kind of fun to do something a little bit different. And then you could definitely top this with a gloss if that's your thing, or line your lips or whatever. Also, if you need to powder your face, now would be the time to do it. I personally do not need to powder my face because I have dry skin. And then I'm using some MAC Fix Plus to kind of get rid of the powdery look. Now I'm using this e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush that I used already for the, I got makeup on my hand. The e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush that I used for the upper lash line. I'm actually using the same colors and the same brush on the lower lash line. And then I'm going into Creme Brulee, going in with the same brush. I just kind of wipe it off on a towel. Going with Creme Brulee, which is just a shade lighter. I'm taking that all the way into the inner corner. Then I'm wiping it off again. I'm going in with Peach Smoothie, which is even lighter. And then I'm going in with the Blendy brush that I used for Peach Smoothie, the taper blending brush. And I'm applying that just below those shades that I just applied. And that gives it a more blended look. Then I'm applying some mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm going to apply some to the top and bottom lashes. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I think it's kind of natural, but at the same time it's kind of dramatic. It's perfect for me and what I would wear for a bridal shower. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.